Hello people. Okay. I'm not showing myself today because I'm a mess, but I'm gonna continue to show you how to make patelon. Okay, so I use coconut spray to spray the pan as I use coconut oil to fry the plátanos, okay? So that's that, okay? So I'm gonna take the plantains, I set them up like this. I place them in paper towels after I fry them so it could soak the plant, the oil, okay? We don't want them too greasy. I could make them a little more, they were very soft, very, very, very soft, okay? So this is like one of the favorites of Puerto Rico. A lot of people love this. Nuyorican, I'm a Nuyorican, okay? I learned a lot of my techniques as I go. I always add flavors to my extra flavors to my food. My mom would say, "Eso no se hace así. You don't do that like that." Well, that's just their old-fashioned way. There's more flavors, there's more herbs these days, and they didn't have back in the authentic days. Although, not taking away from her ways of making things, I say that, you should try other food. So these are hot because I just took them out. So I'm using a fork and my fingers, which are very clean, by the way. And this is the first layer. I'm hoping I have enough maduros to fill them up. Okay. So I'm gonna use as much as I can. And here we go, the next layer. And as I said, I'm a mess. So I'm not gonna show my stuff on this video. But I hope that you guys really get that. The meat is cooked very, I use the meat with that's farm raised. I'm kind of like a health fanatic when it comes to food. So I wouldn't say fanatic, but definitely I'm aware of what I do. So I try to use different oils, so that way I don't have to, avoid the fat because, Puerto Rican food can be very fatty. So I use grass-fed beef. So as I said before, I use regular fresh tomatoes on my patelon because, I don't know, it just gives it a better flavor. It's like, more authentic and it definitely has a healthier feeling instead of all the hormones that regular beef and all the meats that supermarkets have. Like spelling this everywhere. I'm going to be a little more cautious. Okay, so as you can see, I am filling this up as if it was a lasagna. I saw something recently with sweet potatoes, and I think I'm going to try that next. I don't know. I had these plantains to do a mofongo, but they got soft so easily. So this is the cheese I'm using. I'm using the mozzarella cheese because mozzarella cheese is the best, and this cheese really expands. So right there. See how pretty? So that's that. Okay, guys. Hope you like. Okay. So I'll be right back because I'm gonna get I think something just came to me, and I am going to add a little bit of sauce. This is totally, of course, organic because that's just how I use my. You can use whatever you like. This is olive oil and basil and garlic. Okay, definitely won't hurt it. So it's like a lasagna, it's more flavor. Definitely going to, this is just something I just made up right now, top of my head, because, why not? And doesn't hurt to add more sauce. I like saucy food. Some people like dry foods. I like sauce. It's to each his own. You can choose to add the sauce, or you may not have to. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that on the side right there, and I'm gonna add the second layer. I think that's good enough cheese, because this cheese expands. It expands like crazy. It's a very thick cheese, so these maduros were very, very soft. So soft that they're breaking. So I'm hoping that they, do the trick. Okay, this is one here. And they're breaking apart, so because they're so soft and sweet, and this is going to be like the savory and sweet flavored Pasetelon that we all love, because a lot of the Pasetelon is sometimes are made with some kind of like semi sweet. I think this is going to be the last of it, because it's not going to be enough plantains, but that's okay, because it's still going to be yummy. And I am going to spread it out as much as I can. Like I said, I needed to use this because the plantains were going bad. They were getting too maduro. So it is like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I said, you know what, let me cook this now and make this, prep it up. Then once it's done, I will go. I think we're gonna have enough to cover it up. It's not as pretty as it should be. It's not as straight, but you know what? It's still gonna taste damn good because my flavors are in there. The presentation is always pretty. Presentation is always a good thing, okay? I like presentation because I like to make my things look very pretty. But trust and believe. You see, it's spread out. So there's 2 layers of plátanos there, So I have this. So I am gonna add the rest of the cheese. Probably saw me there, right? All right, so this is gonna melt there, and right there. This cheese is a little thicker, so I'm gonna cut it here in the cutting board because I think it's a lot thicker than the other ones, because they were more. Alright, I think I have just about right. Okay, guys. So there's not gonna be a layer of top, okay? Just a layer of meat and the cheese and sauce, because I don't have enough plantains. But you know what? This is gonna do the trick anyway. Alright, it's gonna do the trick. You compromise with what you have. Not every time you have enough maduros. You can make. I could have made a smaller one, but I don't have a smaller pan, and I'm using this aluminum pan that I had from a previous dessert that I had made. So it's still gonna be yummy. It's still gonna be delicious. You see, so now once you bake this, you bake it for like maybe 20 minutes. And once you bake it for like 20 minutes, when you pull it out, you let it sit for like 15 minutes before you cut into it. You do not want to cut into it right away, because it will break apart and it will not. It's just like a regular Italian lasagna, okay? And so that's the meat. And then I'm gonna add some of this, more of this sauce, because I think I'll add some shredded cheese over it. How does that sound? Yep. Instead of it being sliced, I think I'll shred some, and voila. And that's what's gonna happen. And then the egg. There we go. Okay. I'm listening to Selena because I love Selena. It's funny. I never knew about Selena until the day she died. And it's funny. I think I'm not the only one on that. And yeah. So I hope you follow me on my YouTube video, Nina's Cocina. This is the humble woman just trying to get her skill out there. Okay. So but this is really quite heavy. I'm gonna get the shredder. I'll be right back. So I'm back, and this is my shredder. It's a very nice shredder that I use. And then, so here we go. And I'm gonna shred some cheese on top. Here we go. Very simple. The only thing about this meal is just that if you're cooking it in the heat, you're gonna sweat, you know. So, in las cocina. I am gonna make a seafood salad coming up, probably tomorrow. I went whitewater rafting on the 4th of July, and I was sore for days until today. It took me a couple of days to get over that one. That was a workout, but it was so much fun. So much fun. So here we are. And I figured, you know, this is pretty yummy. It's gonna be so cheesy and meaty and platanoli. All right, guys, you know. So now I have to pour the egg over this. I pour it at the end because that's what holds it together. Some people do it different. Be nice, don't criticize. But I got a sharp tongue too. All right. Yep. This cheese is very soft, so it like melts away. I love this cheese. It's like my favorite mozzarella cheese. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, and it's not pasteurized. Okay. The reason I use that is because pasteurized foods like a cheeseburger, you know how long that sits in your stomach? Not good for your system, not good for your digestive system, I'll tell you that much. So I'm trying to keep it to the point of healthy Puerto Rican food, to use it different and show you that you can use different oils without having to use the regular canola oil, the corn oil that most Puerto Ricans use, which is not good. And some people may not agree, but I personally think that it's better for you, and it still tastes good, and you can still. Now you want to poke the fork through so the egg can run in. You can put the egg before that. Doesn't matter, but I don't want it to be scrambled egg on top. But that's why I'm mixing it in there, because I just realized that. Sometimes, you know, I'm not a chef, I'm just a home cook, and but my flavors are amazing. The meat, again, you use adobo a little bit. You don't. I would say it's a teaspoon of adobo, and I use 3 pounds of ground beef on this. 3 pounds of ground beef, and run it down, and down. There we go. I wish I had more plátano. It would be, you know, but I gotta use what I have, and it's still gonna taste good. Okay, I'm gonna show you how this looks afterwards, because you're gonna be like, wow. So I like peppers and everything, and like I was saying, with the ground beef, they call it picadillo in Puerto Rico. Picadillo, the meat, I use, like I said, grass-fed meat. I do not use the regular ground beef that you find in the grocery store. I add sazon, adobo, garlic powder, garlic paste, and then I mix that in, and I add the sofrito, and then I add the fresh tomatoes. I add like maybe three tomatoes, let that simmer, and then I add roasted red peppers to combine, to blend in the sweetness to take the bitterness away from the tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes can be extremely bitter. Okay, and voila, guys, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna place this in the oven, and once it's in the oven, it's for 20 minutes. You let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and firm. Once it's firm, you can cut into it, and I will show you how to do that as well. Okay, thank you for watching Nina's Cocina. Please share, like, and follow, and subscribe. Okay, thank you.